Sullivan's Crossing has quietly become one of television's most beloved feel-good dramas, earning a loyal audience through heartfelt storytelling, emotional character arcs, and the kind of small-town atmosphere that keeps viewers coming back every season. Rather than depending on shocking twists or non-stop action, the series has built its reputation on meaningful relationships, personal healing, family connections, and the idea that everyone deserves a second chance. Over time, these qualities have transformed the show into much more than simple entertainment. For many fans, it has become a comforting escape filled with characters who feel like close friends. That is exactly why the recent discussions surrounding the future of the series have generated so much attention. Instead of talking only about upcoming storylines or romantic developments, viewers are now asking whether Sullivan's Crossing can continue moving forward after several cast members reportedly departed or became the subject of exit rumors. While nothing creates more excitement than the announcement of a new season, uncertainty surrounding familiar faces has shifted the conversation toward one important question. Can the show survive these major changes and still deliver a successful season 5? The concern is understandable because television history has shown that cast departures can dramatically change the direction of a series. Some productions successfully reinvent themselves, introducing fresh storylines and new characters, while maintaining everything audiences originally loved. Others struggle to recover once important cast members leave, leading to declining interest and disappointing seasons. Because Sullivan's Crossing has always relied heavily on emotional relationships rather than fast-paced action, every casting decision naturally carries even greater importance. The emotional bond between viewers and the characters cannot be underestimated. Throughout multiple seasons, audiences have celebrated joyful moments, experienced heartbreaking losses, and watched complicated relationships slowly evolve into lasting friendships and romances. Every conversation, every family gathering, and every emotional breakthrough has helped create a world that feels genuine. Fans do not simply enjoy watching these characters. They genuinely care about what happens to them, making the possibility of losing familiar faces especially difficult to accept. Whenever reports of cast exits begin circulating, speculation quickly follows. Viewers immediately begin asking how the writers will explain each departure, and whether those changes will permanently reshape the show's direction. Some wonder if beloved characters will receive emotional farewells that honor everything they have contributed throughout previous seasons. Others hope certain exits are only temporary, leaving the door open for future appearances. Until official information becomes available, every rumor creates another wave of discussion among the fan community. One of the greatest challenges facing the series is maintaining narrative continuity. Sullivan's Crossing has never treated its characters as isolated individuals. Every relationship connects to another, creating an emotional network that influences nearly every storyline. Family members depend on one another, friendships continue growing through shared experiences, and romantic relationships affect everyone around them. Removing one important character inevitably changes the lives of several others, meaning every departure creates ripple effects throughout the entire series. That interconnected storytelling is one reason the show has earned such devoted viewers. Rather than focusing on individual plots that begin and end quickly, Sullivan's Crossing has carefully built long-term emotional journeys. Characters learn from previous experiences, carry emotional scars, and continue evolving over multiple seasons. This gradual development makes the series feel authentic because real life rarely changes overnight. Instead, people grow through relationships, difficult decisions, and the passage of time. The show's commitment to that realism has become one of its greatest strengths. Because of this storytelling style, replacing major characters is far from simple. Introducing someone new requires more than writing interesting dialogue or creating dramatic scenes. Audiences must gradually understand who these new individuals are, what motivates them, and why they belong in the world of Sullivan's Crossing. Trust takes time to build. Fans need opportunities to watch these newcomers develop meaningful friendships, overcome personal struggles, and contribute naturally to the existing community before they can become emotionally invested. Many television series have made the mistake of rushing this process. When beloved characters leave, writers sometimes attempt to fill the empty space immediately by introducing several new personalities at once. While this may seem like an effective solution, it often overwhelms viewers and prevents any single character from receiving the development necessary to establish a lasting connection with the audience. Sullivan's Crossing has always succeeded because it values patience in its storytelling, and maintaining that approach may become even more important if significant cast changes occur. Another challenge involves preserving the chemistry that has defined the show since its beginning. Outstanding performances alone do not automatically create memorable television. The relationships between actors, their ability to communicate emotion naturally, and the authenticity they bring to every scene all contribute to the overall viewing experience. Sullivan's Crossing has consistently excelled in this area, creating conversations and emotional moments that feel sincere rather than scripted. Rebuilding that chemistry with new cast members requires time, careful casting, and thoughtful writing. Despite these concerns, many fans remain optimistic about the future. They point out that the series has always focused on universal themes rather than depending entirely on any one character. Stories about forgiveness, hope, family, healing, and personal growth remain relevant regardless of who occupies the screen. As long as those emotional foundations continue guiding the narrative, Sullivan's Crossing may still retain the heart that attracted viewers in the first place. The setting itself also offers tremendous storytelling opportunities. The community has always welcomed people searching for fresh starts, emotional healing, or a place where they truly belong. That central idea naturally creates room for new characters, whose lives intersect with those already established. Rather than feeling forced, carefully introduced newcomers could strengthen the world by expanding its emotional depth, while remaining faithful to the show's overall identity. Of course, introducing new faces does not erase the importance of those who came before. Longtime viewers remember every meaningful conversation, emotional reunion, and difficult decision that shaped previous seasons. Those memories form part of the show's legacy, and respecting that history remains essential. If characters do leave, fans hope their stories receive satisfying conclusions that acknowledge the impact they have had on everyone around them. The remaining cast members will also play a significant role in guiding the series through this period of uncertainty. Familiar characters provide stability, reminding audiences that the emotional heart of Sullivan's Crossing continues beating even as circumstances change. Their personal growth may become even more compelling as they adjust to new realities, face unexpected challenges, and build different relationships within the evolving community. Supporting characters may also receive opportunities to step into larger roles. Over several seasons, viewers have become attached to individuals who previously occupied the background of major storylines. Expanding those characters allows the series to remain familiar, while introducing fresh perspectives. Instead of depending entirely on newcomers, the show can continue exploring personalities audiences already know and appreciate, creating a smoother transition into whatever comes next. Another reason for optimism lies in the dedication demonstrated by the show's creative team. Previous seasons have consistently emphasized emotional honesty, believable dialogue, and carefully developed relationships. That commitment has earned the trust of viewers, who believe the writers understand what makes Sullivan's Crossing special. Although uncertainty naturally creates anxiety, many fans remain willing to give the creative team an opportunity to prove that the series can continue thriving despite inevitable changes. Ultimately, the biggest question surrounding Season 5 extends far beyond casting announcements. The true issue is whether Sullivan's Crossing can preserve the emotional warmth and authenticity that transformed it into one of television's most comforting dramas. Audiences are not simply looking for familiar faces. They are looking for meaningful storytelling that continues making them laugh, cry, and care deeply about the people who call Sullivan's Crossing home. As anticipation continues building, discussions surrounding the future of the series will undoubtedly continue growing. Every new production update, casting announcement, or behind-the-scenes report will spark fresh theories and renewed excitement among loyal viewers. Until official details are confirmed, speculation will remain part of the experience. However, one thing already seems certain. Fans care deeply about this series and genuinely want it to succeed. Whether Season 5 becomes the beginning of an exciting new chapter, or the show's greatest creative challenge, audiences will be watching with hope that the qualities they have loved since the beginning remain firmly intact. Sullivan's Crossing has already proven its ability to create heartfelt stories that resonate with viewers. Now the question becomes whether that same emotional magic can continue guiding the series through one of the most important transitions in its history. As fans continue discussing the future of Sullivan's Crossing, one idea keeps appearing in nearly every conversation. The success of Season 5 will not depend only on who stays or who leaves. Instead, it will depend on whether the series can continue delivering the same emotional experience that made audiences fall in love with it in the first place. Cast changes may attract headlines, but strong storytelling is ultimately what determines whether a television series continues to thrive. Throughout its run, Sullivan's Crossing has never relied on flashy moments to capture attention. The show has always taken a quieter, more thoughtful approach. Every episode has focused on the emotions behind each decision, allowing viewers to experience the characters' joys, disappointments, fears, and hopes alongside them. This slower pace has become one of the series' greatest strengths, because it gives every relationship room to grow naturally instead of rushing emotional moments simply to surprise the audience. That storytelling style also creates greater challenges whenever major cast changes occur. Every character has been carefully woven into the larger narrative over multiple seasons. Their relationships have developed gradually, their personalities have evolved through meaningful experiences, and their individual journeys have influenced everyone around them. Removing those characters requires much more than simply writing them out of future episodes. Their absence changes the emotional balance of the entire community. Fans understand this better than anyone. They know every friendship carries years of shared memories. Every family relationship has survived difficult challenges together. Every romance has experienced moments of happiness as well as heartbreak. Those emotional histories cannot simply disappear because an actor leaves the series. Instead, the writers must find believable ways to acknowledge those experiences while allowing the remaining characters to continue moving forward. One possible advantage for Sullivan's Crossing is its central theme of new beginnings. From the very beginning, the series has explored the idea that people can rebuild their lives after difficult experiences. Characters have arrived carrying emotional pain, uncertain futures, and unanswered questions before gradually finding comfort within the community. Because that message has always been part of the show's identity, introducing new faces can feel completely natural if handled with patience and authenticity. Rather than attempting to replace departing characters directly, the writers could introduce individuals whose stories naturally complement the existing world. New residents might arrive searching for peace after personal tragedy. Old friends could reconnect with familiar characters after years apart. Family members who have never been introduced before might suddenly become important parts of the story. Each possibility allows the world of Sullivan's Crossing to continue expanding, while remaining faithful to its emotional foundation. At the same time, longtime viewers will naturally compare every new addition to the characters they already know and love. That comparison is unavoidable. Newcomers must earn the audience's trust through believable performances, meaningful dialogue, and authentic relationships. The process cannot be rushed because emotional investment develops gradually. Fans need time to understand each new character's personality, motivations, strengths, and flaws before they can truly become part of the community. The remaining cast members will likely carry even greater responsibility moving forward. Their performances provide continuity during uncertain times, helping viewers feel connected to the familiar world they have followed for several seasons. Existing relationships may also evolve in surprising ways as characters adapt to changing circumstances. Friendships could grow stronger, unexpected alliances might develop, and individuals may discover strengths they never realized they possessed. Those personal journeys could become some of the most rewarding aspects of Season 5. Another important consideration involves the emotional tone of the series. Sullivan's Crossing has always balanced difficult subjects with hope and compassion. Even during moments of heartbreak, the show rarely loses sight of its optimistic outlook. That balance distinguishes it from many other television dramas, creating an atmosphere that feels uplifting without ignoring life's challenges. Preserving that emotional identity may prove even more important than maintaining the exact same cast lineup. Viewers have come to expect stories that emphasize healing, forgiveness, understanding, and personal growth. Those qualities define the series just as much as any individual character. As long as future episodes continue embracing those themes, audiences may discover that the heart of Sullivan's Crossing remains unchanged despite inevitable transitions. Emotional honesty has always been the show's greatest strength, and protecting that quality should remain the highest priority. Supporting characters may also receive opportunities to become more central to the narrative. Over the years, several individuals have quietly established themselves as fan favorites, despite receiving less screen time than the primary cast. Expanding their roles would reward loyal viewers, while allowing familiar personalities to guide the story into its next chapter. Because audiences already understand these characters, their increased importance would likely feel much more natural than introducing numerous unfamiliar faces at once. Television history offers encouraging examples of series that successfully navigated similar situations. Some of the most memorable seasons in television have emerged after unexpected cast changes forced creative teams to rethink their storytelling. Rather than repeating familiar patterns, writers discovered new relationships, explored different emotional conflicts, and allowed overlooked characters to shine. While every show faces unique circumstances, those examples demonstrate that change does not automatically lead to decline. Of course, there are also cautionary examples. Some productions struggled because they attempted to recreate the past instead of embracing the future. Others introduced too many changes too quickly, leaving audiences disconnected from the world they once loved. These lessons highlight the importance of thoughtful planning. Sullivan's Crossing does not need to become a completely different series to remain successful. Instead, it simply needs to continue building upon the emotional foundation that has already earned the trust of its viewers. Fan expectations remain understandably high. Every casting announcement, production update, and promotional image will be examined closely as audiences search for clues about what season May 5th bring. Social media discussions continue generating countless theories, with some viewers predicting dramatic new storylines, while others hope familiar characters will eventually return. Until official confirmation arrives, much of the conversation remains fueled by possibility rather than certainty. Despite all the speculation, one encouraging fact remains clear. The audience continues caring deeply about Sullivan's Crossing. Loyal fans are still discussing previous episodes, recommending the series to new viewers, and expressing excitement about whatever comes next. That enthusiasm demonstrates the lasting impact the show has created. Even during periods of uncertainty, viewers remain emotionally invested, because they believe the series still has meaningful stories left to tell. Ultimately, the future of Sullivan's Crossing depends less on the number of cast members returning and more on the quality of the stories waiting to be told. If the writers continue creating believable characters, authentic relationships, and emotionally satisfying journeys, the series has every opportunity to remain successful. Change may alter the path ahead, but it does not erase everything that has made the show special since its very first season. Season 5 therefore represents more than simply another chapter. It represents an opportunity to prove that heartfelt storytelling can overcome uncertainty and continue connecting with audiences regardless of unexpected obstacles. If the creative team embraces both the challenges and opportunities presented by this transition, Sullivan's Crossing may emerge even stronger than before. For now, fans continue waiting patiently, eager to discover what lies ahead for their favorite characters and the community they have grown to love. Questions remain unanswered, rumors continue circulating, and excitement keeps building with every passing week. Yet through all the uncertainty, one belief continues bringing viewers together. They want Sullivan's Crossing to succeed, because they believe the series still has the power to deliver the emotional, inspiring, and unforgettable stories that have defined it from the very beginning. As excitement continues building for the future of Sullivan's Crossing, many viewers are beginning to realize that the series has reached one of the most important moments in its history. Every long-running television show eventually faces challenges that test its ability to adapt. Sometimes those challenges come in the form of changing storylines, evolving audience expectations, or unexpected casting decisions. What truly determines a show's future is not the challenge itself, but the way the creative team responds to it. Sullivan's Crossing has spent several seasons establishing a unique identity within television. While many dramas depend on shocking cliffhangers or constant conflict, this series has always focused on emotional honesty and meaningful relationships. Its greatest strength has never been dramatic surprises alone. Instead, it has been the way ordinary moments between characters carry genuine emotional weight. Conversations around a family table, quiet walks through town, and heartfelt discussions have often become some of the show's most memorable scenes. That emotional style has created a loyal audience that values authenticity above everything else. Fans are not simply interested in what happens next. They care about why it happens and how each experience changes the people involved. Every character has been given time to grow, make mistakes, learn valuable lessons, and strengthen relationships with those around them. That gradual development has helped Sullivan's Crossing stand apart from many other television dramas. Because of that strong emotional foundation, Season 5 carries enormous expectations. If several cast members truly are leaving, the writers will face the difficult task of preserving everything audiences love while guiding the series into a new chapter. It is a challenge that requires patience, creativity, and a deep understanding of what has made the show successful from the very beginning. One important advantage is that Sullivan's Crossing has always been about more than any single character. The heart of the story lies within the community itself. Every resident contributes something meaningful, creating a world where kindness, understanding, and second chances remain at the center of everyday life. Even when individual storylines come to an end, the community continues growing and welcoming people who are searching for hope and healing. This gives the writers considerable creative flexibility. New characters can arrive naturally because Sullivan's Crossing has always been a place where people seek fresh beginnings. Whether someone moves to town after a personal loss, reconnects with family members, or simply searches for a quieter life, those introductions can fit seamlessly within the show's existing themes. Instead of feeling forced, they become part of the larger message that everyone deserves another opportunity to build a better future. However, introducing new faces is only one part of the equation. Existing characters must also continue evolving in meaningful ways. Personal growth has always been one of the defining characteristics of the series. Characters rarely remain the same from one season to the next. They learn from difficult experiences, confront painful memories, repair broken relationships, and gradually discover new strengths within themselves. Continuing that tradition will help maintain the emotional consistency viewers have come to expect. The supporting cast may become especially important moving forward. Over previous seasons, many secondary characters have quietly developed loyal fan followings. While they may not always have been at the center of every storyline, audiences already understand their personalities, values, and relationships. Giving these familiar faces larger responsibilities could create exciting opportunities while maintaining the sense of continuity that longtime viewers appreciate. This approach also allows the series to remain familiar during a period of transition. Instead of introducing too many completely new personalities at once, the writers can gradually expand the roles of characters audiences already know. That strategy creates a smoother emotional experience, while allowing fresh stories to develop naturally. Another factor working in the show's favor is its commitment to emotional realism. Sullivan's Crossing has consistently shown that life includes both joyful moments and painful challenges. Characters experience disappointment, grief, uncertainty, forgiveness, and hope just as people do in real life. That honesty has helped audiences form genuine emotional connections with the series. Even if future seasons introduce significant changes, maintaining that realistic approach will likely remain one of the show's greatest strengths. Fans also understand that change is an unavoidable part of television. Actors pursue new opportunities, creative teams explore different ideas, and stories eventually evolve beyond their original plans. Most viewers do not expect every character to remain forever. Instead, they hope those transitions are handled thoughtfully and respectfully. A meaningful farewell often leaves a much stronger impression than an abrupt disappearance that ignores years of emotional investment. This is where careful writing becomes especially important. Every departure should feel consistent with the character's journey, while acknowledging the relationships they built throughout previous seasons. Emotional closure does not necessarily require a perfect ending, but it should provide viewers with a sense that each character's story received the attention it deserved. Meanwhile, speculation surrounding Season 5 continues growing across social media and fan communities. Every interview, production photo, or casting announcement quickly becomes the subject of detailed analysis. Some viewers remain optimistic that many familiar faces will ultimately return. Others believe major changes are inevitable and are already preparing themselves for a very different season. Until official confirmation arrives, these discussions will almost certainly continue. What remains encouraging is the passion demonstrated by the audience. Sullivan's Crossing has inspired conversations because people genuinely care about the characters and the world they inhabit. Fans continue revisiting previous episodes, recommending the series to friends, and sharing their favorite moments online. That ongoing enthusiasm reflects the lasting emotional impact the show has created over multiple seasons. The production team undoubtedly recognizes the responsibility that comes with guiding the series through this important period. Every decision surrounding casting, storytelling, and character development will influence how audiences respond to the next chapter. Fortunately, previous seasons have demonstrated a consistent commitment to thoughtful storytelling rather than relying on unnecessary shock value. That history gives many fans confidence that future challenges will be approached with similar care. There is also an opportunity for Season 5 to surprise audiences in positive ways. Unexpected changes sometimes encourage writers to explore emotional territory that may never have been considered before. New friendships can develop, overlooked relationships can become central to the story, and characters who once remained in the background can emerge as some of the series' strongest voices. Growth often begins during periods of uncertainty, both for fictional characters and the stories they inhabit. Ultimately, the future of Sullivan's Crossing depends on its ability to remain true to its core identity. Viewers are not expecting perfection. They understand that every long-running series experiences change. What they hope to see is the same emotional sincerity, heartfelt storytelling, and compassionate perspective that first convinced them to invest in these characters and their journeys. If the creative team succeeds in preserving those qualities, there is every reason to believe Sullivan's Crossing can continue thriving despite any casting changes that may occur. New characters can become beloved, existing relationships can deepen, and fresh storylines can emerge without sacrificing the emotional warmth that has always defined the series. As the wait for official Season 5 news continues, fans remain hopeful that the upcoming episodes will honor everything that has come before while confidently embracing the future. The road ahead may bring unexpected twists and emotional farewells, but it also offers opportunities for new beginnings, inspiring journeys, and unforgettable moments. No matter what happens, one truth remains impossible to ignore. Sullivan's Crossing has already earned a special place in the hearts of its audience. That connection was built through years of honest storytelling, memorable characters, and meaningful relationships. If those elements continue guiding the series, then Season 5 has every chance to prove that even during times of change, the heart of Sullivan's Crossing remains stronger than ever.